What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stokastic here on the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks in the NBA playoff streets. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video, goes a long way for you. That way you become a prize whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. Posted it over on X. You can see it at Eric Lindquist, but clean sweep. Grab the brooms. Glad we laid off the Boston -9.5. Felt like a really good lean there. That game has about 3 minutes left, and the Pacers are up. What is happening right now? I don't even know what to believe anymore. Producer Jacob, he's in a bind of some sort, but Miles Turner, absolute evisceration. Got the McConnell over, got the Holiday over. Ended up parlaying a bunch of them together because I had to take a look at it. I just had to take a look. Ended up putting the over with it. Ended up cashing a nice, like a nearly 12-1 ticket over on FanDuel. So felt good. Let me see those screenshots. Hit me up at Eric Lindquist. Would love to see those. We are now on a ridiculous 16-5 lock run. And that doesn't include Dante DiVincenzo ladders and Miles Turner ladders, where if you did it the same way that I did, you got paid exponentially more rather than just betting the prop straight up. I felt so good about those reads. The points prop has been on point. Now, we have an amazing deal to jump into Odd Chopper right now, and you can see a bunch of those plays popping in the top of the Positive EV tool, and to be able to jump into the premium Discord and ask me any questions in the NBA streets. Eric, how do you work your magic? No, nobody gives a shit. They just want plays. I will give you plays, friends, and that is if you use promo code Dinger, D-I-N-G-E-R, friends. You go to the link below. You sign up using promo code Dinger. We had Kyle Tucker go yard. Isaiah Suarez called that one. And as such, he is on staff here at Odd Chopper. And he was able to get everybody $1. Yes, if you go to the link below and sign up at Odd Chopper, your first week is now just $1 if you haven't tried it out. So if you've been thinking, I want to hang out with Eric. He's funny. He's witty. Ooh, Eric's got really good reads on the NBA. I really want to get those and talk through the process. Well, you can do that right now, or you can just get my damn plays. That seems good too. So use promo code Dinger. You can also get that Positive EV tool. It's a really great opportunity. So with that said, that's down below. Promo code Dinger. Sign up now. Let's get to the picks. Now, obviously, I had to do the Darth Vader type look behind me because my Minnesota Timberwolves. Dun, 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 dun. Imperial March time. Let's freaking go. The Western Conference Finals, Game 1. Timberwolves, 4-point favorites taking on Dallas. And I'm not even going to go crazy into depth on this one because I feel like, I'm going to be wasting your time. You want plays, and I'm here to give you plays. And I think I can do that pretty efficiently based on sample size, based on 3 years of now doing this for you on YouTube, multiple years of doing that outside of YouTube, but premium Discord, been firing here for like 2.5, 3 years. Really good stuff, being able to bring you the information. If you have any questions about specific matchups here, don't want to go crazy in depth with it, want to get to the point. So with that said, I think defensively, there are two major things that need to happen in this series. One, PJ Washington needs to play over his head, and two, Naz Reid needs to be the difference maker. You're talking an X factor off the bench. You look at Dallas's bench. Derek Lively's played better than Daniel Gafford, but other than him, if he continues to come off the bench, there's not a lot waiting in the wings here on the Dallas side of things. And from a rebounding perspective, the Clippers and the Thunder are not the Minnesota Timberwolves. So we're talking the two worst rebounding teams in the playoffs so far against the best rebounding team in the playoffs so far. So it is going to be wild to watch. Now, I have no locks from this game. I want to throw that out right from the get-go, but I am leaning the under of 207.5. I think this is a game, one, where they basically feel each other out. They try to figure out where the matchups need to be. Luka Doncic in the half-court sets, Kyrie Irving trying to get matched up on Mike Conley as much as possible and avoid Anthony Edwards. They're going to do a lot of high ball screens. PJ Washington's going to sit in the corner and cut like he did last series. I do think this is going to be a competitive game one, and yet I'm still going to be firing up the Minnesota side of things. So before we get to the likes, because again, I already told you I don't have any locks, I want to just at least throw out there that we have BetMGM going still. It's a great opportunity. First bet safety net up to $1,500. You go to the link below. If you sign up right now, you have a great opportunity to just get yourself whatever you want in terms of a first-time opportunity at shooting for the moon. So whether it's $100, $200, $500, doesn't matter. It could be $50 for all I care. Go to the link below, sign up at BetMGM, and if your first bet loses, you get an opportunity to get that back in bonus bets. So $100 bet, it loses, you get it back as $100 in bonus bets. If it wins, keep the money, pass go, collect however many dollars. So it's only for 21 and over. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. But let's get to the plays, shall we? I got a lot of them. Producer Jacob, not exactly sure how he's going to package these together, but I ended up putting about half unit plays on just about everything that you're about to see on your screen. And I will talk you through all of them. First off, Minnesota -4. That feels pretty concrete to me. I think Minnesota is rightfully favored. Now, I also double dipped, have a small series play here at -165 from FanDuel, still available over there, -170, the prevailing number at DraftKings, BetMGM. Caesars like -189 or something, so don't bet it there. But definitely looking at my Minnesota Timberwolves having the leg up. Now, Kyrie and Luka are arguably the two best players on the floor, which freaks me out a little bit. Anthony Edwards still ascending. I would call him the number 2 player, but if somebody wanted to argue for Kyrie Irving, he has the sample size of an entire career of being very, 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 very good this time of the season. So Minnesota -4, I'm going to be firing that up. I also bet Naz Reid over 9.5 points. Talked about him needing to be a difference maker. We saw him potentially going to close over Karl Anthony Towns until Rudy Gobert fouls out of that game against Jokic. I don't know exactly what those minutes look like. It could be, does Naz Reid get off to a hot start or does he not? Now, Naz Reid is the 3rd or 4th option on a floor when he's sharing it with Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns. And even Jaden McDaniels to some extent, just because he's able to sit in the corner for those threes. And people are giving that defensive attention to Naz Reid, but he is one of my favorite players in the NBA, a lot of people's favorite players in the NBA. Look at all the tattoos online right now for people in Minnesota who have him on their calves. It's wild. But Naz Reid, I think that he's going to be a massive difference maker in this series. Him, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, not more for his defense, Naz. Apparently his defense just showed up against Jokic, and I absolutely love him for it. But I think 9.5 points is a little bit too low here. I've got him closer to 11.5. That's good enough for a small play as well. Anthony Edwards, over 5.5 rebounds. Now, talked about it before. You have one of the best rebounding teams here in Minnesota. You just got done with a series where I just don't understand. I don't see how, any way, shape, or form, the Dallas Mavericks are going to survive without Daniel Gafford or Derek Lively cleaning up the boards way more than I think they're going to against Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns. And I think Anthony Edwards probably is the sneaky guy there just because of court time. You go through some of the minutes projections. I've got him closer to the 40-minute mark, a little bit over 40 minutes, 41.5. Anthony Edwards, 5.5 rebounds. You start adjusting his rates for that. It looks pretty beneficial to me. I do think Dallas, coming off of facing the Clippers, terrible rebounding team. Oklahoma City, the worst in the playoffs as far as a rebounding team goes. Anthony Edwards over 5.5 rebounds. I like that play as well. And we're going to round it all out with Kyrie Irving over 3.5 rebounds. Said it before, Eric, you just got done throwing it out there that you don't think you're going to be able to rebound very well. I think it's going to be an all hands on deck situation. Because Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, I think there might be some attention given to Kyrie Irving by the Ant side of things, but from a rebounding perspective, he's got a sneaky 13.1% defensive rebound rate over the course of this season, and you got to try to sneak one of these first 2 games if you're Dallas. I think Kyrie Irving, we might see a little bit more minutes, a little bit more here. I know it's a feel-it-out type game, but feels like a low number for his specific matchup if he gets more NAW in the half court, probably a decent enough spot to find himself over 3.5 rebounds. So no, this is a lot thrown together here, but each one of those is going to be half unit or a little bit less, depending on what I ended up having. It's just around 1.6 units that I have on this entire entity here. If you want to just prorate that, make it 1.4, sounds great. Or 0.4, that's what I meant to say, 1.6, there you go. But I have no lock. I don't have a lock from this game. I wish I had a lock from this game. I'm obviously a Timberwolves fan. I don't have it for it. Why is somebody slacking me? It doesn't even matter. The whole point, friends, is that this betting individually is going to be better than anything I could just give you as the star, right? The Miles Turner one just made all the sense in all the land. It absolutely smashed. I feel very good about that read. Not going to force a bad read here, so I'd rather just take small plays on each one of these entities and see where we end up landing on Wednesday. Best of luck to you. Best of luck to us. Let's go get some more money. And that does it for another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Head to that comment section below. Let me know if you made some money there on Miles Turner. And then also let me know if there's anything that you love for Wednesday. It's going to be, a couple of plays here, a couple of plays there. I just don't see a lot that I just want to jam the same way that I did on Tuesday for that Boston and Indy series. So let's get ourselves the heck up out of here. I'll be back on Thursday for game 2 of that series. Until next time, friends, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the NBA playoff streets on Wednesday. Go Timberwolves.